What's going on, you guys? Like with you guys to the channel, it's your boy Big Dog back with another One Take review. Today I got one for My Hero Academia episode 107, in which I did not expect this episode because I still been like I've been so focused on the My Villain Academia stuff that everybody was talking about. I never knew anything about this episode, which is kind of a really good thing because a lot of times you get people allude to certain things that are about to happen, but this one I had no idea about. Like I never heard literally anything about it to the day when I watched the episode, and it's pretty intense because it gives you more stuff about President Mike and AIZAWA and a little bit about their childhood because we go into this episode and it kind of reminds me a little bit of that moment that President Mike and Aizawa had, and this was during when like Aizawa took like Shinzo under his wing and they was training together and stuff. And President Mike had kind of like alluded to somebody from the past, and of course we had no idea who he was talking about at the time. Then you see this episode, and we see that like one of their childhood best friends. I only watched the episode once, and I was at like 6 in the morning, and I'm trying to get the review up. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't went back and just seen the guy's name. I cannot remember. Rob. Oh something. Nonetheless, it was his childhood friend, and he seemed like the energetic, like he seemed like the hero type. You know what I'm saying? And we have the situation in which he even tells him like, hey, let's open up a hero agency together. You know what I'm saying? If one person messed up, the other two can pick him up. He just seemed like he genuinely nice, genuinely kind, and we found out the reason. That's because well, I'm not gonna say that we found out the reason of that, but we found out the reason that they was called to the prison was that Kurogiri is normal. That is completely insane because like we've seen how the Nomus look, we've seen how the Nomus act, and it seemed like Kurogiri is like a special case because Kurogiri is like one who's very protective. But we also find out that's kind of how that their friend was, you know. And another thing you actually see that like you're not used to seeing is from President Mike or Aizawa, it's like the emotion these guys had. Like, and it wasn't like a hold back type thing. Like, no, they was letting their tears go. Like, President Mike was shaking the entire time. Like this was like disturbing to them, and but the whole reason for this is like they see that with no moves, they keep the essence of the person in a sense. Like the no move that fought Endeavor, it was used to be a fighter, you know what I'm saying, who always wanted to fight the strongest people. So that's why that no move was so drawn to like strong people. And then you have Kurogiri, who's that childhood friend, is about protecting people, and his job is to protect Tomoe Shigaraki, and like that's his main focus. Even when he like kind of like snapped back into it, he was just like, yo, has Tomoe Shigaraki been captured? How is he doing? All the stuff like that. So it's just like, damn, and it's like a tough situation for them because they like, dude, like we know he's dead, like he's still dead, but like he has the essence of their friend, and like as I was using his powers, crying at the same time, and it's not. I don't think it's tears from just holding his eyes open, bro. It's tears from like seeing a friend like that you thought was gone, and then you find out like somebody did this like crazy experiment on him. And, like, you just trying to get through to him to like not only get like some clarity and some closure and stuff, but like also you trying to find out like what he knows and like how did this even happen to you, you know. And that's probably like the biggest thing. And he does like he he comes through a little bit. Like his face changes, and we also find out a reason why his face never changed. Like when Aizawa uses the powers on him, but it does a little bit. He gets through slightly, and he says hospital. So apparently, once because he died when they was younger, and they was just like on they was out on the Jesus Christ, the workforce, the like student work Jesus Christ, I can't think of the name. Where the students go out and work with heroes stuff like that. He died during that time, and so that's a long time. So that kind of makes you think like, yo, they've been working on this for decades to like get it right. this is before all my stuff. This is before a lot of stuff. Like this is a while they've been working on this, and they've all often, well, the whole time they assumed that their friend was just simply dead. So it was like kind of like a slap in the face, or it was just like a painful realization that, like, you know, you just kind of not think about it. You just think like, my friend was gone, we buried him. You know what I'm saying? Just got to be better as hero work or whatever. But like you realize, like, nah, he was like, they took his body and experimented on it and made him into something completely different. You know, but who he is as a person is still there. Yeah, so it was just like crazy. Prison Mike and AIZAWA could barely handle it, but they got through enough to where they got the information about the hospital. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna go back and like do some backtracking and see like what was going on at that hospital and everything. Now, then they leave, and like that's still gonna be something they have to deal with. But another one of the issues that we see is we see a doctor at the end, and like he's working on, like, apparently he called Shigaraki the perfect specimen. And I'm thinking that's because like somebody who's able to get quirks while maintaining who they are, because we know how the normies are. The normals like kind of like go insane. So now we might have a Shigaraki who's quirked up with multiple quirks and keep the essence of who he is. I don't know. I think this takes place after My Villain Academia or whatever. So we about to go back and see exactly what Shigaraki's learned, or if, like, Shigaraki's even worth it. It's just the way they put this stuff together was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm excited to see who this doctor is, what he's doing to Shigaraki, and like, because I from what people say, Shigaraki is that dude, like, in the manga. Like a lot of people like Shiggy, they call it Shiggy, like that. So I'm excited to see exactly what do people mean by that specifically. But yeah, I thought this was a fantastic episode. Uh, I'd never seen this side of Aizawa or Prison Mike, and I think it's just like, and it catches you so off guard that you don't know exactly what's going on in the moment. This is the episode I probably have to rewatch multiple times to like fully grasp what's going on, and like even still go back and like see certain conversation between Aizawa and Prison Mike, because I always knew Aizawa and Prison Mike were always like linked up together, but I never knew that how close they were, and like that they lost their best friend. So it's gonna be dope to go back and just like rewatching, because I'm rewatching the series as it is right now, and it's gonna be like cool to go back and see like certain aspects of it. Be like, okay, wow, this kind of like hinted towards something and that happened in the past, and now you're realizing and see it like from like a different perspective now. So I'm gonna enjoy doing that. But yeah, you guys, let me know what y'all thought about the episode down in the comment. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys stay safe. I'll catch up with you guys later.